had no intention of filming anything else today, and I went to the post box because I saw the mail truck go by, and I realized that I had a package coming. I wasn't sure it was going to be here. As you can see, I knew exactly what it was because I've helped pack up a bunch of these tubes when I used to hang out at the shop all the time. This is the new knife from Ferrum Forge Knife Works. So Chris asked me if I wanted to get to see one. I said I had not gotten to, and yes, I would love to. And he said he'd send one, and I said, okay, I'll get done with it as quickly as I can so I can get it back to you. He said, don't worry about it. Keep it. So here is the Ferrum Forge Allurus. Now this is a knife. I know what model this is, and I know what it's based on. So this was based off of a knife that they did that was exclusive to the club members called the Demigod. And inside I've got blade steel, titanium, all the information about the knife, the Ferrum Forge Allurus certificate of authentic, yeah, you know what I mean, and my Ferrum Forge sticker. So let's go ahead and get all that stuff out of the way and take a look at this. All right, since we've got the knife out, we may as well do basically a first impressions, unboxing first impressions. I just wasn't expecting it to get here this quick. So this is, like I said, this is the Ferrum Forge Allurus. This is based off of a model that they had, that they did called the Deity. There was only, or Demigod? Deity or the Demigod? I don't remember which, but they did a knife that was almost identical to this, that was a club knife, and it was an exclusive. It was done in Damascus and Damascus and carbon fiber inlay, all kinds of craziness. And so they took that design and they turned it into this knife, the Allurus. Now this, I got to tell you, this is typical Ferrum Forge right here. This is so good. So many things about this. Just having it in hand for just a couple minutes. Pocket clip, in and out of pocket. Let's take a look at pocket clip in and out of pocket. First time in the pocket. It's great. Remember I was talking about a pocket clip the other day? I forget which knife it was, where it was so abruptly hollowed out. Basically, you're getting the same thing with this, but that's what I was talking about. Give that a V as opposed to a hollow. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is the first one of their knives I've had that is in the clamshell, I should say. So Elliot tried to get away from having more pieces, more milling, more cost. This is a cost-saving thing. So you get the same effect of a backspacer, but with a clamshell design. So now you don't have any hardware here. You only have 2 screws here and a pivot. So their branded pivot is right there. Like I said, 20 CV in titanium. It's kind of a coarse stone wash. I like that stone wash, but I'm probably not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna throw these parts in the tumbler and give them a more polished, same with the blade. Beautiful blade that comes down sweet, almost spear point, with a lot of really good jimping on the back. Guys, if you're going to do jimping, this is how you do it. You don't soften it too much. You just chamfer those things over. You're on that. That is not going to go anywhere. Jimping on the flipper tab is just about perfect. And Elliot, it's not just because we're friends. Elliot has got the market on good flipper tabs. Good flipper tabs on every Ferrum Forge knife. I've never had a bad one. Action on it, as you would expect, out of the box, just shy of drop shut. I'm sure it will break in. Looks like you've got a really big ceramic detent ball, ceramic bearings caged. I don't see any real weight reduction milling in here, but it's not super heavy. It's nicely balanced. The blade stock is not super thick, but it comes down so thin. That is going to be a slicer. Lock bar does not have any hot spots. Maybe a little bit there, but nope. If you look at it, see when I was talking about other knives, see how that's chamfered over. And this isn't just, this isn't just tooting Elliot's horn for him, and it's not just because we're friends. The thought that goes into that, that's not sharp. It's nice and rounded. There's no hot spot there. There's no sharpness around any of that. That's all been chamfered. And I don't mean like, oh, it went into the tumble and things like that. No, that was milled off at an angle to keep it nice and clean. What's the detent feel like? Detent on it? Detent on it's not super heavy. You can make it fail, but when you pop it, bang. Oh, I can finger flick it right off without even a fuller. Yeah. So reverse flick is possible because it's got a nice broad blade and you can get up on that flat and just flick it with your finger. So yeah, there's that stuff. Big forward finger choil, comfortable. Man, that is a comfortable knife in hand. It's a little thinner than a lot of the other Ferrum Forge knives, like the in-house builds. Most of the Pro Series were the ones that I've seen. So this is not a Ferrum Forge design released by another company and licensed to them. This is Elliot selling these on the website. Oh, I have to make a post. I saw that today they have a sale going on. Everything on their website's on sale. So if you're catching this video, you probably already missed it, but I definitely will make a post about that on Instagram. So yeah, great shape. Like I said, always lock bar cutout is on the inside on Elliot's knives because he knows that catches material. And then you don't have, if you put it on the inside, you don't have to do any extra milling and chamfer it because you're not going to catch anything on it. It gives you a nice, a much cleaner feel. Lockup on it is just where I would expect at about maybe 10-15%. Let's go get a piece of paper and do out of box edge test.
Guys, I hate to interrupt the video because I know we're having fun, but I do have to do the YouTuber thing and remind you that this channel is self-sponsored with all the affiliate links and stuff you see down below. Anything from knives, tools, EDC gear, and Blade HQ, anything, all the Amazon links, they all support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Now let's go back to the knives.
Out of box edge test on some newspaper, which I like to use. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is so incredibly sharp. I like to use newspaper. A lot of guys use printer paper. You can actually get a fairly dull knife to cut printer paper pretty easily. Newspaper, magazine paper, catalog paper, they are a lot finer. Getting into tissue paper and stuff like that is even better. The edge on it is aggressive, but it's very well done. I would imagine, you know, this is probably coming from We Knife Company. I guarantee it's coming from We Knife Company by the case. I've never really had a dull knife come from We Knife Company. Like I said, edge profile comes down nice and clean. And this is kind of a no frills knife. I like that pocket clip. You can't feel that pocket clip in hand. You get up on that jimping and you are locked in. That is so good. I can't wait to see how this carries. Like I said, I'm probably going to refinish this just to give this a cleaner, nicer look. Chris was like, all right, well, you know, send it to me and then I'll try and get it done as soon as I can so you can get it back. He's like, nah, you need more Ferrums in your collection. So this is mine to keep. We will see how I feel about it, but I've never given away a Ferrum Forge. So I imagine that this is probably going to become a permanent part of, man, that sounds good. Permanent part of my collection. I do have that I probably am going to address. I am probably going to retension that lock bar, give it a little bit more tension to see if maybe that kind of stiffens up the action. But, you know, you can't complain on it. I don't know price point on these. I hadn't looked it up. I was going to try and get, I know that my buddy Tino had one of these and I was going to try and get his on the channel, but now I have this one. So yeah, I like everything about this. I might not change this. That's a good look on that with that coarse stone wash. So I imagine this was just a blast and then maybe a 20-minute tumble in some aggressive media. Same with this. So the nice thing about that is it's pre-scratched. You're not going to see a lot of snail trails and stuff like that on this knife. So yeah, man, that is attractive. So big shout out. Thanks to Ferrum Forge for supporting the channel. Chris was cool enough to send this. I haven't gotten to see those guys in a long time. And to be able to talk to them, you know, I forget that I can just text them. I like the fact that I can get, now I can't do it. Now watch. There we go. My hands are a little bit sweaty because it's hot out here. Yeah, the fact that you can even still get on it without a fuller and finger reverse flick, that is great. No frills, no bells and whistles. This is a great looking knife just the way it is. Simplistic. Man, those are some great lines. That's another thing I wanted to say. Like Elliot's knives always have good lines. Each knife is different, but you can kind of pick, he has a design language that you can pick out of a lineup. So yeah, this is a winner. This is a winner. Thanks again. Like I said, thanks to those guys for sending it out. So I get a free knife and they get a little bit of extra publicity. So there you go. Guys, I don't know if you saw, Nick Shabazz is starting to dial his channel back, which really sucks. I wanted to mention that before I turn this back around. Or actually, you know what? We'll turn it around and talk about it there.
So there you go, guys. The Ferrum Forge Allurus. This is a lot of fun. I dig this knife a lot. And like I said, I wanted to say something. So So Nick Shabazz and I are friends, and I know you guys know this, and I'm really happy for him that his life has taken a change in the direction where I'm not going to out any of the stuff that he's doing, but his life has taken a big change over the last couple years, and he and I are friends, and I'm really happy for him. But I do have to say, it's kind of bittersweet, because Nick's channel, I use the Nick's channel like the like the physician's desk reference. And the fact he's not going to put out as much content, it really does suck. But he did have a point. There are a lot of channels. So if you are a diehard Nick Shabazz viewer, there's a lot of channels out there that are underrated channels, such as Grateful Panic Knife Review, a Therapeutic Edge. Neve's Knives is a huge channel. My channel's a little bit bigger. Zach's stuff is bigger. I'm talking about channels. Shane Gable's channel, what is it? Shane Gable PKR, Pocket Knife Reviews. Those are some channels that really can get some growth. Oh, Bees Blades. Bees Blades actually has passed me for subscribers. But there's a lot of other channels out there. And I just wanted to take a minute to appreciate how much Nick has given to the community and how much he's inspired a lot of us to really step up what we're doing on our channel. So kind of feels like the end of an era, the end of something, but I guarantee Nick's still going to be putting out content. I guarantee it. He loves knives too much and loves sharing too much, loves sharing with the community too much. So, like I said, makes this outro a little bit longer, but, you know, I just kind of had to mention that. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, I'm really happy for him, but I'm also saddened by the fact that I'm not going to be able to see that new content from Nick. And Nick had a specific style that everyone loved. So there you go, guys. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. But please try to tell me why. I can't change that content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. I am reaching out and asking people if you have knives that you have not seen on the channel, interesting knives that you think I've missed. I'm up for having you reach out to me. There's an email address in the description below. So if you want to support the channel that way, that would help too. If you want to get notified of everything I put up, make sure you hit the bell icon. But if you hit that bell icon, make sure you turn notifications on your device. If you want to support the channel financially, there's a bunch of ways. I did the interruption at the beginning. You know it by now. I got affiliate links. I got a membership. I got a merchandise store. Yeah, drew a blank. A whole Nick Shabazz thing threw me off. Yeah, so any of those ways that you choose to support the channel, they work great. Guys, I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you next time. I'm happy for you, Nick.